June 9th, 1998. It was a day that changed our next guest's life forever. Here to share her remarkable story is Christina Martinez. Thank you so much for joining us, Christina.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, Christina, just take us back to the morning of that day, 1998, June 9th. Take us back to that morning.
Well, it seemed like any other day. You know, you get up, you go shopping. It was my day off, and I was actually going to meet a friend. We were going to go do some spa services together. And
a spa day.
Yeah, exactly. Fun times. And my best friend. So I never made it to that day, the spa service. Obviously, I was in a car accident. A lady unfortunately pulled out in front of me when I was driving down the street, and I hit the windshield, and I was airlifted to University Hospital, and I stayed there for a couple weeks and had some pretty traumatic injuries. I broke my ankle and my wrist, and I had some, screws put in there. And most, I think that was the easy part. It was the part of my face, because from hitting the windshield, I had a lot of trauma to the face.
Now, Christina, it's been 14 years since that day, and you still have never seen the footage from that accident.
I haven't, no.
Are you okay watching it now?
I think so. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
I think so.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to show it right now. This is footage from Christina's accident, June 9th, 1998. As you can see, it was a terrible, terrible crash. Christina, what's going through your head when you see that?
Well, that's definitely a flashback of memories.
Can you believe that you walked away from that?
No. And to be honest, and I don't think I've ever shared it, just shortly after the accident, I think anybody who goes through a traumatic experience, sometimes you think, should I have walked away from it? But I think I had a great community of people around me that was a great support, but it's definitely not easy. When you go through something like that, it's hard.
It's a miracle. It's a miracle that you even survived it.
Yeah.
The extent of your injuries, tell us a little bit more, because it's a lot more than what you're saying. You nearly bled to death.
Well, I think, from my understanding, the face is the most vascular, part of your body, right? So I had the area here and across my eyes, the skin was taken from, hitting the windshield, and not to be terribly gross, but that was an excessive amount of, bleeding. That was the hardest part, and recovering. And actually, when I got to the hospital, they didn't know what to do with it for almost 2 weeks. I just had a bandage that stayed there while they dressed, the wounds every day. So finally, they decided to do a skin graft on this part of my nose, and were able to, help with the scar, not scars, but, put it all together. So, yeah.
You mentioned that when you were in the hospital, you had bandages over your face, and that was almost better for you.
Yeah, the first couple days I couldn't see anyone, and that was good because I didn't have to see anybody's reaction, because I didn't know what they were looking at. I just knew that it wasn't that good. And nobody would let me look in a mirror, that's for sure. So after that, they let the bandages, off. I could see, and that was hard. I didn't want to look anybody in the face, especially my boyfriend at the time, Tomas, who I'm now married to. It was hard because I didn't know that special, look that person gives you. I wasn't sure if he was going to give me that special look. And when I looked at him, he still gave me that special look, which I couldn't understand. Even to this day, is still shocking to me, because I looked definitely beat up. And actually, it wasn't until I saw a reflection on, the silver metal can in the hospital. Everyone didn't know that, but I looked at the reflection and I saw what I looked like, which was hard. It's hard to see yourself after going through something like that, especially you live your life one day looking the same, right? And then you change. It's definitely, it's something that I really don't talk about or share, because I want to forget about it.
And to be honest, you don't share it with anybody.
I don't. I got an interesting text the other day from a friend. I sent out an email to let everybody know that I was going to do this special event.
And tell us a little bit about the special event while you're there.
Okay, so the special event is, in '95, I moved from to San Antonio from Chicago. Fell in love with mariachis and mariachi music. And so this day, I thought I would merge the two, something that I don't think is a great day with something that I think is, fantastic, and be able to bring about a new meaning, a new purpose in a new moment, something that was a happy moment, a positive moment.
Because every day on that anniversary of your accident, how did that feel?
I don't like that day very much. It's not a fun day, actually. I feel like it's a depressing day, and it usually is a flood of memories. It's not something that I'm, cheering about. I'm grateful today. I have a beautiful son and a beautiful husband and a great family that I'm alive, but it's not, the memories I don't necessarily cherish. So I wanted to just change that memory and make it something special. And so that's how that idea, came about. I thought, let's change it. Let's make it different.
So it's your lifelong dream pretty much to sing mariachi. And I don't know about you, but I want to hear a little bit. Anybody else? Yes. Let's hear.
Okay.
Do you mind?
A little bitty snippet?
Yes.
Okay. Mira cómo ando mi amor por tu querer. Is that enough? I think there's going to be some shocked people.
Christina, you are so beautiful and talented. Can I say that when I see you, just the smile on your face, you would never know all the pain that you've gone through. You are truly an inspiration.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming and sharing your story.
Thank you very much.
And tomorrow, we want people to join you.
Absolutely. I'm raising money for Any Baby Can. I'm going to be selling these bracelets for
bracelets right
$2. Yes.
And tell me what it says on there.
So Randy Frazee, who's Oak Hills, he had a message recently, and what he had said was, you'll hear a positive person, and when life throws its punches, say, but what does it matter? The important thing is. And that became my theme, really, for my life. But I'd love to pass that on to someone. Whatever you're going through, it may not be what I've gone through. It's something else. It may be just a bad day. But what does it matter? The important thing is, and you fill in that blank. And I just want people to fill in that blank. And I'd love to raise money for a child that needs reconstructive surgery for whatever purpose. And through Any Baby Can, we can do that. So the concert is free, of course. But we'd love to have donations or somebody to buy, 1 million of these.
Hey, you heard it first from Christina. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your story, and what an inspiration you are to everybody. And it puts life into perspective, doesn't it?
I think so, absolutely.
Thank you. That's very brave, and I know this is the first time you've ever shared it. And so all your friends are probably like, what?
Yeah, I think so.
Thank you, girlie. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome, and good luck tomorrow. All right, guys, stay with us. We'll be right back.
I fumbled.